Yes, hello my dear students. Welcome back to the St. Joseph Composite PU College, Vijaypur. In this video, I'm going to discuss three major applications of Henry's law. In the previous video, I was explaining you that what is Henry's law, what is the definition, and how the Henry's law can be expressed in terms of mathematical form. And also we have seen that the Henry's constant, the value of Henry's constant and their solubility relationship. And along with that, I was explaining you that what is Henry's that's constant units. Okay, there are two types of units are there. Be careful about when you're using the Henry's law about that. Right now, in this video, I'm going to discuss here the application of Henry's law. Very important applications are there. So you can say that there are three important applications are there. All are general applications are there. Let's see the how the Henry's law applicable for these three phenomena. Okay, the first one, the first one. So it is about the dissolving solubility of oxygen we are talking here. So now you can see that this is a mountain. Okay, so here somewhere the atmosphere is there. Let me draw the atmosphere here. So somewhere here the atmosphere is present. Right here the atmosphere is present. Okay, now if I measure the height here, the height, this height is little bit higher. Take it h1, and here the height is h2. This is h2, the atmosphere height it is. Now the fact is the h1 is greater than h2. The height of the atmosphere is higher here, and therefore the higher the height of the atmosphere, higher will be the pressure here. You can say that P1 is, and here it is a P2, and no thing is P1 is greater than P2. Okay, the pressure 1 is higher. What is the reason behind that? The reason is the height of the atmosphere is more, the amount of gas present here it is more, and therefore we can say that it is high pressure, and it is low pressure, and someone who is living at the bottom of the mountain, if he want to climb here, okay, so when he is moving from high pressure to low pressure, and during that what happens, if he when he reach at the point here at the top, assume that is a Mount Everest, and where the person reaches, and there is a pressure is very low, we have a low pressure over there, and because of that reason what happens, he get less oxygen there, the oxygen quantity is less, oxygen is less, that is one part, and the amount of oxygen that is dissolving into a blood in a lungs is depends upon the oxygen pressure. Here the number of oxygen molecules are less, and because of that what happens, the partial pressure of the oxygen at the mountain it is less. Let me write this: partial pressure, the partial pressure of oxygen, only oxygen I'm talking, O2 is less, it is less. So if the partial pressure is less, the solubility of oxygen into a blood is also less, and because of that reason what happens, the person feels a less oxygen or get less oxygen, and because of that he unable to think properly. Okay, and that symptom, and even they find weakness because the sufficient amount of energy is not released, because to release the energy in a body we need oxygen, and that combined with the carbohydrate, and then the energy is produced. But fact is that if the oxygen is less, the energy produced is also less, and therefore those who climb the mountain or those people who living in the mountains, they find usually a weak or unable to think properly, and this symptoms is called as anoxia. That is called as anoxia. Anoxia is a phenomena where it's a condition where the person is unable to think properly, and even the person finds difficulty to survive, or you can say that the person becomes very weak over that. This is one of the applications we can see the Henry's law. That is, as the partial pressure of the oxygen is decreased from moving from high pressure to low pressure, the solubility of oxygen in a blood also decreases here. Let me write that point. Therefore, as the pressure, as the pressure that, let me write a particular term here, partial pressure. The partial pressure is one which is the pressure of individual gas molecules. The pressure may be a generalized term. If I use a partial pressure, it means that it's a pressure of particular gas. For example, the pressure of oxygen gas, pressure of carbon dioxide gas, like that. This is a partial pressure of partial pressure of oxygen decreases, decreases, decreases. The solubility, solubility of oxygen gas, solubility of O2 gas is also decreases, is also decreases. This is the one of the application we can see the from the Henry's law. Okay, decreases it is. Okay, this is what we know, the one application. Let's go to the next, the second one. Now assume that there is a sea. This is a sea level. Okay, and above that there is the atmosphere is present. Let me take here, it is an atmosphere above the sea, this atmosphere. Okay, and below that there is a water is present. The water, let me write the water here. So here the water is present, right? Now what happens if someone is like scuba divers? The scuba diver, let me draw a scuba diver here. The scuba diver, he is diving here. Okay, and what happens? He is using a cylinder, the oxygen cylinder he is using. Assume that some oxygen cylinder is used here. Okay, some oxygen cylinder is used. As he move downwards, the pressure inside the water increases. Okay, as the pressure increases, let me write the moving downwards, downwards, the pressure increases, and you should know that in this cylinder what we have, it's a mixture, or it's generally air it is. And air, we know that it contains nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, and carbon dioxide gas is present, and so many other type of gases are included there. But fact is that if I use here air, simply air I'm using, not other than air, I'm not using here pure oxygen. Along with oxygen, the nitrogen is also present. As we move downward, the pressure increases, and because of that, what happens in the blood, the along with the oxygen, the nitrogen is also dissolving. Okay, at high pressure, at high pressure, high pressure, high pressure, nitrogen dissolve in blood. It is only at the high pressure. But when the same person suddenly he came upwards, means suddenly if he come to the surface, there is sudden drop in the pressure. When there is a sudden drop of the pressure takes place, the nitrogen which is dissolved in a blood you can convert it into gas. Okay, so as the pressure, okay, you can say that as pressure decreases, pressure decreases, as the pressure decreases here, the dissolved nitrogen gas, not only the nitrogen gas, other gas maybe you can include, the pressure decreases. You can say that as the pressure decreases. So what it implies here? It implies that dissolved gases converted or released dissolved gases are released here. When they're released, they form bubbles. If you assume that this is a blood vein or vessel, in that the bubble is created here. There's some kind of bubble, and this bubble is maybe nitrogen gas or some other gas it may be, but the bubble is created here. The forming here bubbles, that is nitrogen gas. Let me write here, nitrogen gas bubbles are created, and these bubbles in a vein makes a swelling, and after that if the pressure is very low, at that moment it can break the vein, and the blood and along with the nitrogen gas escapes from the skin, and bleeding takes place. And that usually blocks, sometimes it usually blocks the veins also, and that leads to the you can say that very severe condition, and very painful condition it happens, and even it is white, you can say that it is very dangerous, and this condition is called as a Bend's disease. Okay, it is called as Bend's disease. Hope you remember this. Bend disease means it is a phenomena where at higher pressure, the nitrogen gas is dissolved in a blood. As the pressure decreases, the nitrogen gas is converted into a gas and forming a bubble in a vein, and that is very painful and quite dangerous also. And that phenomena is known as Bend's, or you can say that Bend's disease. Now let's see what we have. Now, as I mentioned in the Henry's law, as I increase the pressure, the solubility of gas is also increased. So therefore, if you see in the soda bottle, so let me draw a soda bottle. Is not correct. Let me draw it. So if it is the soda bottle, you will see that. So there is a bottle where here in this space, let me draw this space. This space is very important, student, where this space includes carbon dioxide only. Here it is a carbon dioxide is there, and this carbon dioxide is present at high pressure. CO2 present at high pressure, at high pressure. At high pressure, this carbon dioxide gas get dissolved into water. Let me take that here. So high pressure, the carbon dioxide is dissolved. The portion is less as compared to the above the surface, but the carbon dioxide is dissolved always at the high pressure. Without high pressure, you cannot dissolve the carbon dioxide into a water. But the fact is that when you dissolve carbon dioxide in a water, it forming here carbonic acids. Carbonic acid. So both things are taking place here. Carbonic acids are formed here. One point I want to tell you that, students, that all the soft drinks are manufacturing is done when carbon dioxide is you can say that dissolved at a very high pressure. If you try to dissolve the carbon dioxide in water, it does not takes place. If you apply or dissolve the carbon dioxide at high pressure, it immediately dissolves, and therefore when you open this cap, you will find that there is sudden increase, sudden the gas is released here, and because of that, the reason behind that is here the carbon dioxide whatever is present above the liquid surface, it is a little bit higher. And even when you shake the bottle, you will find that the carbon dioxide bubbles are created and which are escaped from the solution. So this is all about the you can say that applications of Henry's law. We can list out many applications. Even nowadays, when the oxygen cylinder is made, means for the scuba divers, in that the nitrogen is not contained. In that, oxygen and helium is dissolved because helium is less soluble in a blood at even at high pressure. At high pressure, I will make one sentence that at high pressure the oxygen dissolves, but helium not dissolves, and therefore in the cylinder we add oxygen along with the helium. Okay, because we cannot take 100% of oxygen, and it is very dangerous for the health. Okay, hope you understood the concept, students. Thank you for watching this video.